day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to the Mark Clarke Radio W.O.R.K.S show. And here I'm tempted to tell you that you are possible. And as I said, I'm your host, Mark I Am Possible Clarke. And over the next 10 weeks, we're going to teach you and show you and guide you into how to create doable success. And this is going to be coming from something that I call the belief system, which I want you to kind of digest and look at your own life and do what you can with it. So please join me over the next few weeks as we take this journey through the belief system. Now, when you're doing this, I want you to have a pen, have a paper ready, and take down some notes, because you might hear some nuggets that you will actually be able to use as you progress. So in this week, we're going to be beginning with the word be, okay? The word be from the belief system. So we're going to use each of the different letters in the word believe, right, to actually create your doable success path. So today, we're going to look at the word believe, and we're going to look at different aspects of believing, okay, when it comes to your journey of whatever it is you want to do, you know? So today, we're going to be looking at believing in yourself. We're going to be looking at believing in your purpose. We're going to be looking at believing in others, okay? And for some people, we're going to be looking at believing in something greater than yourself, okay? So stick with me, sit back, relax, and enjoy this show, because I'm really pumped to do this with you guys. I really, really am. Because at the end of the day, I've been doing this for such a long time. I've been working with people, empowering people, helping people, leading people, guiding people to find their own secrets to their success. You know, I've helped many drug addicts find freedom from addiction. I've mentored millions, I'd love to mentor millions. I've mentored many people to find their success in life. And I want to do that with you, everybody who is in the Radio W.O.R.K.S world, wherever you are in the world. I want to help you to find your success, to find your purpose, to find your direction in life. So are we agreed? Good, we're agreed. Okay, but before I start, there's something I want you to know. Okay, I'm going to keep my slippers off. There's something I want you to know. Okay, and it's this. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be starting by telling you truthful things like, as Les Brown says, you have greatness within you. I'm not going to be like Eric Thomas and tell you right now that you're phenomenal. I'm not going to be like Cheryl Chapman and tell you that you're freaking awesome. Hi, Cheryl. Because even though all of these things are true, there's something I want to say to you. And I want you to believe this, that you have everything it takes inside to become the success you want to see. You do, you have it. It's all in you. You know, somebody great once said, if you're looking for the secret and the answer to your success, look at the person in the mirror. So listen, guys, whoever you are around the world, thank you for joining me once again. But I want you to do this with me. And we're going to do this each week to get you pumped, to get you ready. Okay, because there's a philosophy that when you encourage somebody, right, your brain actually starts to create all these feel-good chemicals in your mind. And what it actually does, it begins to give you something called gamma thought wave patterns, which actually allow neurotransmitters in your brain to open up the pathways into your subconscious that actually allow you to become wiser, that actually allow you to learn more, that actually allow you to become biochemically encouraged. So I want you to repeat this after me. Sat there, Radio W.O.R.K.S world. Repeat after me. I have everything I need inside of me to become the success I want to see. I have the power. I have the strength. I have the mind. I have the faith. I have the courage. I have the body. I have all I will ever need inside of me. Now repeat this after me, guys. I am of love. Yes, essential. I am of power. I am of sound mind. And I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Let's do that one again. I am fearfully, I am wonderfully made. Brilliant. I hope you really got into that, because that's what it means. It begins to get you out of your day. Okay, so let's move on. So firstly, on Saturday, I asked so many people to give me what they thought about what the word believe actually means to them. And firstly, I want to thank everybody for all your contributions who came onto Facebook and got in contact with me and gave me your perceptions. I had some brilliant answers. I had some pretty deep ones too, to be quite honest with you. Left me with food for thought. I actually got quite a few different perceptions. But what I actually found was that there is a common ground in there. And when I looked up the meaning of the word believe, I found that everybody was right. Because whatever you believe is your philosophy that you deem to be true about you. And sometimes that can be quite negative if we're believing in situations that we can't get out of. We're believing in negative situations. So that can be quite damaging. But we're not on the damaging thing today. We're on about the positivity. We're on about being possible. And we are possible, passionate people. Okay, so that's what we're on today. And it's quite strange, because when I researched the word believe, here's what I found, that it actually comes from an old German word meaning have trust, or to have trust. And if you actually follow that up with what the English dictionary says, the Oxford Dictionary says, it actually says to accept something that is true, especially without proof. Now, to me, that opens up a whole mind-blowing world of things when we talk about taking steps of faith, when we talk about other things that we want to do in life, that looking at the substance of the thing that we can see and the evidence of the thing that we hope for, that we can't see, but in the evidence of the thing we hope for. So it's all about perceiving and hoping and trusting when it comes to belief. So the first thing we're going to obviously look at, like I said, is we're going to look at believing in yourself. And William H. Boyka, he said this. He said, your success depends mainly upon what you think of yourself and whether you believe in yourself. Your success, not my success, because I've got all my beliefs about my success. I'm talking about your success and what you believe. Now, I want you to start believing that you are possible. You are powerful. You are all the things that you can be to be a success you want to be. Okay? Are we with me? We got this? Good. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Words are powerful. Words can actually change what you believe about yourself. You know, I remember when I was younger, my dad, his words made me believe that I could never be anything. I could never be anybody. You know, I remember going to my dad once with a picture, you know, and I'm not good at drawing. And my dad went to me, oh, you call that a picture? And he made me believe that I'm rubbish at drawing. So then I believed I was rubbish at drawing. And anytime now, anybody asks me about drawing, I say I'm rubbish at drawing because my dad back then made me believe I was rubbish at drawing. You know, it's really, really strange. You know, for me, my background, and some of you heard the other day with my other show that first put on, which was really great. Thank you for all the responses I got from that. But I remember when I was younger, and my teacher, when I was being a little bit of a lovable rogue and a bit naughty, I remember my teacher actually stuffing me in the bin. And she stuffed me in the bin and she said, Mark, you will never, ever be anything but rubbish. And she stuffed me in the bin. And that's what I began to believe, to be quite honest with you, whether I actually knew it or not. And the thing about it is, when you start believing negative things, they become your reality. When you believe in those negative things about yourself, they actually become your reality. Maybe later on down the line, I'm going to talk about how your subconscious mind works and all the rest of it. But right now, when we believe these negative things, they become our reality, no matter how distorted they are. You know, I work with many people whose view of themselves and the story that they tell themselves of what they now believe is based upon a lie. Because at the end of the day, in your conscious mind, when you're in denial of the truth of what's really going on, what actually happens is a lie becomes a truth and the truth becomes a lie. And the longer it continues, you believe it. Isn't that amazing? But I'm here to tell you now that yourself is the first path to your success. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does, no matter what happens in your life, because we can get knocked down, but we have to get back up. We have to believe in ourselves that this is my journey. This is where I want to go. This is what I have to go through to become a success. In actual fact, this is my truth. This is an old church song. This is my story. This is my song. But I'm not going to sing. But this is it. What's the story you're telling yourself when you are trying to believe in yourself? Because we already know when we try to believe in ourselves, doubt kicks up, fear wakes up, and every other thing that's negative wants to come for breakfast with you. But we have to put that aside. You know, I have a talk called Don't Throw in the Towel. And we talk about having selective hearing. And sometimes when you're believing in yourself, you have to have that selective hearing. Okay, guys? So believing in yourself is the truth and philosophy that you have for yourself. Now, a lot of people on Saturday spoke about the intuitive feeling of knowing its truth. Okay? And we have to learn to follow that. And a lot of people got back to me and spoke about how they're beginning to listen to it and they go by that gut feeling. I totally endorse it and encourage it, okay, because I do it myself. And I've walked away from many deals with money on the table, with what I believed in myself to not be true or my truth. And I've come out the better of it because I get to talk to you lovely people. I get to talk around the world. I get to do so many things and meet so many people because I believed in myself enough then. And I believed in that feeling that went like this to me. That's truth. That's truth, Mark. No matter what you see in front, that's truth. So believe in your truth, guys, and stand by it. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all because life will throw bricks at you. Life will throw everything at you to get you off of your belief. But as long as you stay true to you, come on, repeat with me. I will be true to me. I will walk in my truth when it is positive, when it is for me. When it is not against me, I will stand in my truth. You know, rewind this back and do it a couple of times because sometimes we have to encourage ourselves, guys. Okay. So like I said, you know, we have to believe in ourselves. That's the first step. And as Zig Ziglar said, if we don't take this first step, you'll never take the second. So take that step and believe in yourselves, guys. Secondly, because I ain't got much time, we may make this a two-part. We've got to look at believing in your purpose. Now, I know a lot of people out there who may be listening to this don't really know what your purpose is yet. You don't really know what your why is yet. I would ask yourself, what is your what? But believing in your purpose is another foundational truth that you need to do. And I'll tell you in a little story what happened to me. When I first started the Walk to Freedom, I went to this place where they helped you start to build charities and not-for-profit organizations. And I was lucky enough to actually meet the founder of the organization who started the same way I started out. You know, that's what I would encourage you to do. You know, when you're believing in your purpose and you're growing, because believing in a purpose is a process of getting truths to stand on what you believe. So when it comes to believing in your purpose, speak to people who have been where you are right now. Speak to people who are still on the same journey as you, because those people will leave you clues. As Les Brown says, success leaves clues. Okay, so speak to these people who are right where you were, because they will help you to understand how they grew in their purpose. And at the end of the day, when I was working with this woman now, she was talking to me, when she told me everything I needed to do, because at that time I just wanted to start a little rehab in the countryside somewhere and help people and support people with drug and alcohol issues. But then she said when she told me everything that I would need to do before I could even open the door, because sometimes we can have the idea, but it has to have the plan and the business behind it. So when she was showing me about the plan and the business behind it, I then realized, man, I can't do it. It seems impossible because it's so much. But then this is what she said to me, what I would not like to give to you guys. She said this, Mark, I'll tell you this. If you truly, remember your truth, if you truly believe in yourself, if you truly believe in what you want to do, and you work hard at it, it will happen for you. It will become the success that you want it to be. Now, my favorite book teaches me, do not despise small beginnings. And in that small beginning, a seed was planted in me that has led me today to do what I do today, to run a successful organization, to now rebrand a new business. I am now stepping out globally. I am now doing all of these things because solely I put aside the negativity of other who made me believe other things. But then I began to believe in myself. And that's what I want to tell you guys. You are only going to be able to believe in yourself and believe in your purpose when nobody cares, when nobody wants to know, when everybody else is telling you to go and find a job, to go and do this, to go and do that. You have to believe 100%, whatever that looks like, in yourself to be able to do it, guys. I'm telling you, it's the only way it's going to work. So believe in yourself, believe in your purpose that it will be a success. Because here's the thing about it. Most people actually start out not believing in their purpose, not believing that they're going to be a success. Because if that was true, none of us will be looking to start a business. None of us will be looking to change our lives. Can you imagine if my mom was telling me from the day I was born, Mark, believe in yourself, Mark, believe in your purpose, which is something we have to discover, I know. But if she was telling me, Mark, you've got a purpose for your life, you've got to believe in yourself to be this, that, and whatever. If we all believed that, we wouldn't have a problem. But we actually do start not believing in ourselves or not believing in our purpose in a way, which is really kind of weird. And then it becomes a discovery. So here's the thing. Please stand on what you believe, your truth about yourself and your truth about your purpose, okay? Now moving on swiftly, okay? Now we have to look at believing in others. But just before I round up, I want to tell you something that Marla Gibbs said. She said, I truly believe that everything we do and everyone that we meet is on our path to purpose. There are no accidents. We all are teachers if we are willing to pay attention to the lessons we learn. Trust our positive instincts and not be afraid to take risks. And wait for some miracle to come knocking at our door. You know, Marla Gibbs was profound in what she said there when it comes to believing in your purpose and believing in yourself. It's all for a purpose. It's all for a reason. This moment we're having here now is part of your destiny. I said this the other day, we're all sharing it together. So here's the thing. When we come to talking about believing in others, there's a principle. You see, we have to learn to believe in others in what they do if they're on a similar journey. Because again, what happens, guys, is it allows us to serve. It allows us to give back. You know, I encourage every single one of my friends who are on this particular journey, and actually ones that aren't. I let them know I believe in you. Sometimes you've actually got to believe in people before they start believing in themselves for them. And that's actually a brilliant trait to have. It's a brilliant character to develop by believing in others. And what actually happens there is when you are proactively believing in others, what happens is they then begin to believe more in you. And then what happens is we get this whole vibration of people who are on the same ground, believing in each other for the great things to happen. And we become more and more of a success because we share the burden. We share the load. I was talking to a friend today, and she's doing absolutely phenomenal. You know who you are. She's doing absolutely phenomenal with her business. And we kind of got into it because this was the thing that was going on. She was telling me her level of belief. And then I started telling her about my level of belief in her, which was bigger. I told her, you have a great, big, massive product here that could go worldwide. She mentioned something about these people are in these shops in Bond Street. And I went, well, why can't you go to Bond Street? Why can't your product be in Bond Street? I believe her product should be in Bond Street. So if I believe it, then I must see it too. Because seeing is believing, but believing is seeing. And that's what I encourage other people to do, to grow in your dreams by me, first of all, telling them, come on, I believe in you. I believe in what you want to do. Come on, let me help you up. Let me encourage you. And that's believing in other people. That's being proactive. You know, I'm not going to tell any young people, oh, it's hard, it's this, it's that. And then I'm going to tell them to give up. I'm going to tell them that I will believe in you until you believe in yourself. Because if you have the mind and the heart to do it, you'll get out like I did. So believing in others actually helps you to believe more in yourself. And when we believe in others, we serve our purpose too. Because when we show that we're believing in other people, we actually begin to get more people on board to help us. Because they see that we're sharing this thing together. We're sharing our lives together. We're sharing our beliefs together. I love the circle of friends I've got right now, as well as my good friends that I've had from days gone by, the new circle of friends who are all believers. Say, I'm a believer. Yes, I'm a believer. Who are all believers in a purpose, who are all believers to be a success, who are all believers to go forward. It's a lovely place to be. So guys, believing in others is essential. Because believing in others is actually a part of giving back. So we've moved on now. Now this last part before we round off, okay, so we've got believing in yourself, we've got believing in your purpose, we've got believing in others, and now we're going to look at believing in something greater than yourself. Now, many people have different ways how they look at something greater than themselves. Other people don't believe it. And you know what? That's absolutely fine. But I believe in that principle. You know, for me personally, I'm a man of faith. You know, I believe in the creator of the universe. I have a Christian faith that believes in a savior, that believes in somebody who's in my life as a heavenly father, who leads, guides me through his spirit. Now that's my belief. I don't know what yours is, but you need something greater than yourself, so that you have something to fall back on, to keep you up, to know everything about you. My favorite book says, you know, my creator says, I've known you from you were knitted in the womb. His book says, I know every single hair on your head. And because I believe that, it makes me realize that everything's going to be okay, because something greater than myself knows me, knows what I think before I think it, say before I say it, do before I do it. And I'm allowed to go, okay, you know me greater than myself. And that greater than yourself thing, for me personally, has to know your heart, has to know that you're not perfect, has to know that you have a purpose. And for that, you have to, my principle is, you got to have that belief of something that is greater than yourself, guys. And just to sum up everything, this is where it starts. The belief in yourself, the belief in your purpose, the belief in others, the belief in something greater than yourself. And just going back to belief in others, choose wisely. Choose wisely. Choose those who are on the same path as you and support them. Like their pages, share their pages, Show what you're doing to believe in them. Be there for them when they're down. And also, like I said, believing in something greater than yourself. Wow, 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 wow. Believe in yourself. Believe in your purpose. Believe in others. Believe, guys. Believe. Because at the end of the day, only if one believes in something can one act purposefully. Now, can you imagine? By believing in yourself 100, believing in your purpose 100, believing in others 100, and believing in something greater than yourself 100. My God, what do you become? Unstoppable. Good God, be unstoppable with your belief. And next week when we come back, we're going to take you to the next part, which is the E, which I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll let you know. Okay, guys? And listen, I'm pumped. I'm pumped about this. I'm going to go out there and believe in somebody right now. Okay? Pick up the phone. Tell someone that you believe in them. Okay? Do this. Do this. And I'm telling you, it will change your mindset. It will change everything about your success in life. It will change you when you start to believe. So we have that saying, trust and believe. Guess what, guys? It's the same thing. You know, I ask my clients, I'm going to finish here. I ask my clients, what's 2 + 2? And they say to me, 4. And I say to them, no, it's not, it's 5. And then I'll go, what's 2 + 2? And then I'll go 4. And I'll go, no, it's 5. And I'll say, what? Why are you doing that? I'll say, well, why do you not change when I tell you it's 5? Why do you stick to 4? And they said this to me, because it's what I know. And I said, exactly. You see, your belief is based upon what you know to be true for you. And I know we could get into the whole psychology of that, of when it changes and we do the wrong thing, but this is not about that right now. We can have those discussions at a later date. So all of you are ready to get philosophical? Nah. Okay? I'm just dealing with this moment. You see, there's 2 kinds of peace when it comes. There's a feeling of peace, which is kind of flaky. Because if I kick you in your leg, then you ain't going to have no peace. And then there's the peace of knowing that this is true. And my favorite guy, JC, said this: you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. When you know the truth and you believe in yourself, when you know the truth and you believe in your purpose, when you know the truth and you believe in others, when you know the truth and you believe in something greater than yourself, which is actually evidenced by the outcomes of when you believe, and if it's positive for you, you will be free. You will be free to do what you want to do, free to be who you want to be, have the financial freedom you need, have the free time that you need, have the life that you need, have everything that you need. And of course, nobody never said that it was going to be easy, but at least you will have these things when you just begin to believe. And remember, guys, you have all you will ever need inside of you. Now, just to round off, say it with me. I have all I need inside of me. I am of love. I am of power. I am of sound mind. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And finally, I am possible. Guys, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for me. See me next week, Monday, 1 o'clock. The whole wide world, I salute you. The whole wide world, go out there, tell your destiny that Mark Anthony, I am possible Clarke has sent you. Thank you. Goodbye wherever you are, and have a great and possible week. And I will see you soon. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm still online, so I'm gonna dance. Is this a blooper reel now? Is this the blooper reel? Okay. So at the end of the day, I'm still live. So guys, you can catch me on Facebook. You can catch me wherever. And whatever it is, you want to ask me any questions, you want to ask me how we can better the show, you can give me any little requests. Soon we're going to have some interviews coming up as well. Please just let me know, guys, okay? So Darry, if you want to just click me out and send me away, that would be absolutely fine. Oh gosh, he's still got me online, hasn't he? Thank you very much, guys. Goodbye. I'm going to click out myself.